High converting content is what drives the leads. And you've got all the marketing content you could possibly need, all the content ideas you could possibly ever want. The problem is it's just not converting at the rate that you want it to, or that your business needs it to. So stick with me and I'm going to review 5 characteristics of high converting content that you need in order to drive more sales, more revenue to your business. Stick with me. Hi, I'm Vicki O'Neill, your Plateau to Grow marketer, and in today's video, I'm going to review 5 characteristics of high converting marketing content that you need to know about and incorporate into your business. Now, it's assumed that you already know who your ideal customer is. So yeah, shocker, that's not one of the 5 today. But it is important to know who that is. So if you don't know who that is, I'll include a link below to a video that you can access that talks more about that and actually provides you with information on how to go through that process and define who your ideal customer is on your own. In today's video, we're going to talk more about and have more focus on the communications and the actions and the activities that you provide and how you help prompt your ideal customers in a seamless flow throughout their customer journey, no matter where they enter. So keep that in mind as we go through, and let's go ahead and get started. The first characteristic in creating high converting marketing content is content that fills a knowledge gap. Think about the last time you conducted a search. Were you looking for information? Were you trying to solve a problem? Were you looking for an answer to a question? Or were you doing it just because you had time to kill? I'm going to assume it was not the last one. You were entering in information because you were seeking information. You needed to find a solution to something, and you turned to Google or whichever search engine to find that information. We're all looking for knowledge. Before we purchase, before we connect with someone, before we make any big decisions, we need information. And what you need to think about when it comes to your ideal customer, and the reason why it's so important that you know who they are and what makes them tick, is that they're going to be entering in questions or problems, or how can I solve this? Or how can I find this information? What's the pricing for this particular item? And if those are solutions that you provide or products that you sell and you're not there, then it's a missed opportunity. So that's why it's so important to understand who your customer or your ideal customer is, because when they are seeking information that you can provide to them or that you can sell to them, you need to be there. And the best way to do that is to just uncover who they are and what they need so that you can create that content that when they're looking for it, it's there. They'll click on it and they'll choose you. The second characteristic of creating high converting marketing content is it helps them do their job better. It provides value, it's relevant, and it's something that is going to make their life better. So looking at the content, the marketing messaging, and the experience that you're providing for your ideal customer, are you not only helping them fill a knowledge gap, but are you helping them make their job better? Or are you helping that consumer, if you're serving consumers, are you helping them find what they need, when they need it, and how they need it? Really dive into the information that you have on your ideal customer and understand what keeps them up at night. What pain points are they experiencing? What challenges are they trying to overcome? These are the things that you need to understand from your ideal customer so that you can create the content and the messaging and the calls to action that are going to resonate with them when they're looking for those answers. And not only finding your content, but you're giving them the actions that they need to take to make their life easier and help prompt them through that process. So not only when they find an answer or find that next step in their journey with your content, you're now making it super easy for them to take that next step and continue taking that journey with you. The third characteristic in creating high converting marketing content is you make them think differently. And how do you do that? By presenting yourself differently. Think about if they were to do a search and what those search results would look like. Would there be one and only you? Or would there be thousands of other choices for them to consider? Okay, maybe not thousands, but there would definitely be other ones. Now, think about how they would search through and just kind of glance through all of those search results. Would they all be the same? Everybody presenting the information in the same way and get lost in the sea of sameness? Or is there going to be one that stands out in particular? Is that going to be you?
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
You don't want to get lost in the sea of sameness. You don't want to be a follower. You don't want to do everything like everybody else in your industry or all of your competitors. What your ideal customers are looking for, if they don't know who you are yet, or if they're not sure who they're going to choose to buy from, is they're looking out for not only the person who's going to provide the best product at the best price, with the best experience and the best after purchase experience. They're looking for that person who's going to make them think differently. They're going to help them make their jobs better and make their jobs easier. And they're not going to be lost amongst everybody else once they decide to purchase from you. Don't do what everybody else does. Make your own rules. The fourth characteristic in creating high converting marketing content is to be consistent and be relevant. This is something that you're probably already doing. Here's the thing. You may not be doing it as consistently as you could be or as relevant as it should be. And backing into the comment of you need to understand who your ideal customer is, this goes along with that as well, of course. So, and that's one reason why I didn't create your ideal customer knowing who they are as a separate item, because it's really integrated and just kind of woven through all 5 of these, just like it is all the time with everything else I do. But look at your relevancy and the consistency of your content and think of what are the decisions that your ideal customer needs to be making. Is it something that they're making throughout the year? Or is it something like with me, my ideal customers are small business owners or, VP, presidents, CMOs of companies, and understanding that they have certain milestones throughout the year. In particular, they do their strategic planning one time a year. The only problem is that not every company is doing their strategic planning at the same time. So everybody has different fiscal years. And it's not always the traditional January through December. So I need to be prepared to share information in the off season of when they're not thinking about or doing their strategic planning. But I need to be keeping my name and my brand in front of those people and providing value and being relevant and being consistent so that they know that they can trust me over time and eventually want to reach out to me and do business with me. So I need to be providing those tidbits of information and training and how-tos and checklists and guides and everything else throughout the year, whether it's through video, my podcasts, Connect the Dots, my live streaming I do every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time called The Marketing Stream, or the blog posts that I have on my website at vickyoneil.com. So I'm always providing value, but I'm doing that with the intent to provide service and value and actionable takeaways that they can use when they're ready to use it. So you need to look at your business in the same respect and just say, okay, well, what are these different milestones, or not just different problems that they're having, but what am I actually providing information for? Like, what's the ultimate purpose and the intent of why I'm doing this? And obviously, it's ultimately to help them solve a problem, but knowing your ideal customers better, and if there are milestones in their business, then that just kind of helps put things in perspective for you and making sure that you are creating that consistent and relevant content all the time. The fifth characteristic in creating high converting marketing content is to combine unrelated things. Now, what I mean by this is take one aspect of your company and your marketing message and then take something that's completely irrelevant and combine the two and make it more interesting or more intriguing or just more fun and entertaining to read or take in. So an example for me would be using marketing strategy, which is the main service that I provide, and coupling that with my favorite all-time movie, Tommy Boy. And if you're not familiar with this, I'll include a link in the description so that you can see the movie trailer. but it's a phenomenal movie. And I do tend to use that movie and different references throughout my marketing content at various touch points.
Jack! Get out of the car! It's go time, you and me!
Look, Mommy, the rhino's getting too close to the car.
Him too afraid to get out. He just a little guy.
That's it, big boy. I'm gonna wail on you.
And it's something that, to me, is just making me stand apart. I don't know anyone else who's focused on marketing strategy and incorporating the Tommy Boy movie plot and different quotes and different scenes into what they're doing. So that's going to make not only my content more fun and engaging to watch, but it's also going to be more memorable. So I will tend to take video clips and inject it into my weekly video, which if you've been watching my videos, you know that I do that often. And I also do it in my podcast episodes. And if I can, I'll even write a blog post around that, which I will include a link to that as well. So think of different ways that you can be different. And the entire point of this is to not just create relevancy, but it's to be memorable. And it's about creating an interest in helping them guide their journey with you because of the information, the solutions, the guides, the checklists, everything that you're doing is resonating with them. And they like you. They want to get to know you. They want to trust you. So take that time and just start building your authority in your space. And why not make it a little entertaining along the way, right? And by being more creative and just doing things differently than anyone else, it's going to be something that stands out when they're going through and looking at the different options. And who knows, they might choose you. When it comes to creating marketing content, priority 1 is knowing who your ideal customer is. Priority 2 is knowing how to create interest and get them engaged with you and to nurture that process through the customer journey. And know that there's different platforms and there's different media options and there's a lot of different choices for them. And understanding how they're best going to connect with you and engage with you and understand you is going to help them along that process, as well as it's going to help you convert them into a customer. Remember, the goal you're trying to achieve is to create content that's going to be memorable. And it's going to have a message that resonates with them and provides a call to action that's going to be like completely frictionless. It's going to be a no-brainer. They're just going to click or take that next action because it just makes sense to do so at that time. So what 2 unrelated things are you thinking you might include in your marketing message? Leave them in the comments below. And of course, before you leave, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so you're notified when I go live every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and when I upload new videos like this one. Thank you so much for joining me today. And until next time, make today great.